Good morning, everyone. This is Jeffrey, and welcome back to another episode of the Desert Inkwell. Today, we have a little different scenery here. This will continue to evolve in the background. The overall goal was to make materials more accessible and give me a nice, comfortable place to come into my office and sit down and just do planner work or journaling, play with pens, play with ink. You know, we love those things. What are we discussing today? Well, prior to the DC Pen Show, which I will get a video out on that at some point, but prior to the DC Pen Show, I ordered a custom, handmade, standard size traveler's notebook cover from Apple Pig Leather, and I just want to give you a peek at that, what I love, what I wish I had ordered differently, which is all me. Apple Pig Leather made exactly what I asked for, and it's very well made. But would I change things? Yes. And then we're going to take a look at my collection of sailors, which kind of it was unexpected to me and grew quickly. And just want to share with you ways I saved money, creative ideas, and take a look and see if they're all going to be here for the long haul. So without further ado, I'm going to move you so that you can see what's on my desk, and we're going to go from there. We'll work on the lighting because I can see it in my glasses that I probably need a different light in front of me, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I need something that zaps me every time I say Okay. I'll see you on the table. Bye. Not bye. Don't leave. We're gonna look at pets. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, so sailors. I am realizing I left one out of here, but I'll just add that one in the mix. Where did my sailor collection start? It started here with this Sailor Pro Gear Too Hot Habanero. Funny enough, has a jalapeno on it. So, sure. This is a Sailor Pro Gear model, if you're not familiar. It has a somewhat, I think, muted orange on the cap and the section. And then this has a 21 karat nib, and this is a medium fine nib. I'm not going to write with all of these, but just the ones that I think will be relevant. I'm noticing there's a little wobble to this camera, so sorry, we're going to have to deal with that for now, and then I'll figure something out. Also, this black surface, not a tick, has not left the building. It's just on the table behind me. And yes, I don't remember who suggested it, but that green smudge of ink also now says not a pickle. We will bring that back because I think that's fun. I just flipped my desk pad over for this video. What was next after this Sailor Pro Gear, I think, was this black and rhodium Sailor Pro Gear. And this was a medium fine. It still is a medium fine. Still can't spell, but that's okay. So this black one was next. Let me save that one. I don't know if I want to do these in order. I purchased this sailor at the DC Pen Show. This is the Sailor Manyo Grass. You can see it has a little flower here on the finial, and this came with a coordinated, not matchy-matchy, but coordinated bottle of ink. I purchased this pen at the DC Pen Show with the bottle of ink for $129, which is a good deal. The only thing is you can look at a Pro Gear Slim and think, oh my god, that's tiny. And yes, it is small. However, posted, it is, that's full-size pen length. And this nib is also a medium fine. Hold. Sneezed. Sorry. Couldn't hit the button fast enough. So this is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. And that's a medium fine nib as well. The cool thing about how this camera is set up is I can see the paper and I can see what's on the screen. So hopefully we'll have less instances of when I am off the page. But now that paper is... Okay, I'm just gonna scoot. No, we're not gonna mess with it. It's working just fine. Here is another Pro Gear Slim. This is part of Sailor's Tea Time collection. This is Moroccan Mint Tea. And it has this different color section. And then this almost olivey body. Has a green anchor finial. And to me, the cap is kind of cream colored. It doesn't look pure white. This was a gift for Father's Day. And this nib is just a medium. You can really see the line variation between the line weight variation between the medium and the medium fine. If you are looking to get into sailors or would like to purchase your first sailor, there are deals to be had. You just have to look for them. Sorry. So you can find pens, of course, on the secondary market. OfferUp, Mercari, eBay, the Pen Swap subreddit. On Instagram, there's the Virtual Pen Show. I think there's some other places, but those are the places that I have used. I like some better than others. I definitely like options where I can work out a deal with the seller that works for me. Ooh, there's that again. Okay. This sailor is kind of a one I put together myself. I purchased this, you can kind of see the sparkle in this blue section. And I was on Amazon one day during that little window of time when the yen was not doing so hot. And so I was able to get this Pro Gear Slim. It's all in this navy sparkle for like $40 or $53. Then on the Pen Swap subreddit, I believe for $10, I was able to buy this. I want to feel like it's winter snow or falling snow Pro Gear Slim Body. That's the off-white with some muted sparkle and black finials. And I just took the section and the blue section with the nib and put it on this body. I'm actually a big fan of this color combination. I think it looks very classy, very elegant. And this nib, again, no surprise, is a medium fine. So, all in all, out the door, was it $60? Now, what I searched for was Sailor Body No Nib or Pro Gear Slim Body. And I was able to purchase two. This is one of them. And then this sort of jade green, pale jade green body at the same time. And on this one, you will see that the section matches. However, the nib is 14 karat gold, but it's a white gold or a rhodium plated nib, and the trim on the pen is yellow gold. So I'm not super concerned about that at the moment. I will keep my eye out for another Pro Gear Slim Body that has the rhodium trim, because on eBay I found a Pro Gear Slim that had this music nib, but the body was trashed. The section was broken. Yeah, it just wasn't functional. And so I think I got the nib for about $40. Again, so, 40 then plus 10 for the body is a really good deal. Now, I had a music nib on a different Pro Gear, and I'll show you that one next, that I ended up having ground down. However, on the Pro Gear Slim size, this nib just is so... Oh, look, I could actually write some quarter notes there. Writes like a dream. And when I was buying it, my initial thought was, I'll have the nib ground down next year at the DC Pen Show. Because there's typically a lot of, let me get this in view for you, tipping material, there you go, on a music nib. However, when I got it and I was able to start writing, it just wrote so nicely. Now, normally on a music nib, you write with them almost vertically, almost. And this one, I really can do it at a 45-degree angle. It writes beautifully. Could not be more pleased. Yes, I could. I could if the body had rhodium trim, but I overspent at the DC Pen Show. Excuse me. And so I am not buying anything new with cash at the moment. Here's... Oh, no, I said I would show you this one first. Okay. I bought this one online, I think on the Reddit Pen Swap. It is the Sailor Go USA, which I was not necessarily pining for a patriotic pen. I don't love the light blue section. The pen overall is giving some Wonder Woman vibes, which is fine. But so this was a medium. I thought it's medium. No. Oh, good grief. This was a music nib. Okay. And I was very concerned while at the DC Pen Show that I would have some nib appointments, so I made those ahead of time. And Kirk Spear ground this music nib into a scythe nib. If you have not used this nib, I'll give you a writing sample of this one for sure. This is a Sailor. Pro Gear, and this is a, watch me not know how to spell this word, Scythe. Way to go. And this was from Kirk S, and he is, it's Kirk Spear, but at Pen Realm. You can see it has very similar features to an Architect nib. So you have a wider horizontal stroke and a narrower vertical stroke. The differences, I believe, is the curve. These are going to be some tricky shots here. It's always tough to show a nib. Okay, so it is curved along the front edge. Let me try and draw the nib. Not that. Kind of goes up and down like this. I would equate it to a cursive smooth italic mixed with an Architect nib. I believe it's an adaptation of the long blade nib. It's fantastic. He did an excellent job. He worked on this pen, and then I brought my Mont Blanc 146. And I'm chatting away, and I look up at, and he has taken apart the entire Mont Blanc 146. And I was like, oh, I thought just the nib needed it. And he cleaned and did a whole refresh on the pen. It was such a fantastic experience. Thank you again, Kirk, and I look forward to having you work on some nibs next year. This here, again, was purchased pre-owned. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 6 that have all been pre-owned. I believe in saving a buck and getting the best deal possible. This is a, good grief, you know, you get old and the eyes go. This is a broad nib, which I didn't have, and I admit that I really just wanted it for the color. This is the British Racing Green. I'm hoping you can see that okay. There you go. With a transparent green section and end cap, or this is a broad, this is a Sailor Pro Gear. I don't typically go for broad nibs. I think this is beautiful. I think it probably equates to like a Western medium. But love this pen, and this ink in here that you're probably already in love with, I'll color in a little square for you, is the Faceless Lady, which was an ink that was exclusive to the Chicago Pen Show, and a dear friend of mine picked up a bottle for me, to which I am eternally grateful because the ink is beautiful. What came next, I think, was the... Oh, see, I say that I can see what's on the screen, but I also then have to look at it. the Sailor Imperial Black. So this is a matte finish pen. The trim is all this, you know, black silver. And this is, I can't tell you because I can't, a medium. So this is a medium nib. I cannot lie, I was very heavily influenced on the Too Hot Habanero and this Imperial Black by Simone. I just love her taste in pens. I love how thorough she is in her research. And so, you know, sometimes she'll buy something and then I buy it because I trust her opinion. That's the beauty of community. This is a medium nib. This ink, I believe, is Endless Alchemy Mystical Forest, which was an ink sample sent by Carmen. I didn't cover a lot of these. This black here is just a Sailor Black ink cartridge. I couldn't tell you, and I believe this ink here is Diatramentus roses, red roses. Okay, then the pen show happened. So, as a reminder, I picked up this Pro Gear Slim at the pen show, and it was a bit of an impulse purchase. It was a fantastic deal, but this particular shade of green and the body color, it's transparent but mildly translucent / opaque, that it just, I am not be all end all in love with it. So that might have to go on to a home that will better support its lovely existence. Okay, next at the pen show, and Sailor was... I'm moving everything on this desk. Well, Sailor was calling this Sailor Premiere, and at the DC Pen Show, you could pick from a limited selection, and we'll get to that in a second, a limited selection of bodies, sections, cap, and nib. So I chose this very, very pale green with kind of an olivey, it's olivey to me, end finial and cap. And the cap has this kind of slate blue top finial. And then I chose the transparent brown section. And this is a medium nib. After the DC Pen Show, I went and visited my siblings and my parents for a couple days and had a fantastic time. And my parents live on a lake. And so I have dubbed this pen the Lake House. So it's there's a lot of woods and trees and green, and then, you know, blue for the sky and the pale green for the water. You know how lake water can be. So this is a very sentimental pen to me that I won't be parting with. The nib, however, was a super wet, very broad medium. And I was all excited for this pen, and I got upstairs to the hotel room, and I'm writing with it, and I'm like, I hate it. And so, for this nib, I got very lucky. I asked at Pen Realm's table, when the best time to get on Kirk's waiting list was, because I had already had my appointment and had my nib work done. And they said, come in first thing tomorrow morning and sign up. And I was going to do that. And I was in, I think, room 2, where Mark Bacchus was sitting. My friend was buying a pen, or ink, actually. She was buying ink. And I turned around and no one was at Mark's table in that short window of time. It was kind of at the end of the day, and I said, "Oh, is this seat taken?" And he goes, "No." And I said, "Well, is it taken, and are you free?" And he said that he was free. So I had this medium nib ground to a medium cursive italic. How'd you like that? Caught that at the end. This ink, by the way, is Wearing Path, which I have very much the need to obtain a full bottle of. Thanks, Lexi, for causing me to spend more money, which we will also finish that story momentarily. Lexi, if you're watching, I'll take that $800 in a form of a money order or cashier's check. Okay. Now that I zoomed in, now I have to figure. There we go. Okay. This Sailor Premiere. So what it appeared they had done was taken kind of 4 Pro Gears, different models, and my friend Lau, that you may know as Kenshin Crafts. If you haven't checked out his channel, be sure to do that. It looked like they took 4 models of Pro Gear, and he probably would know which ones they were based on some of these cap combinations. So it wasn't quite the experience. If you go to Sailor Japan's website, you have an option to do a bespoke pen. On that pen, however, you can choose each individual component. And if you want gold or silver hardware, what color here, the cap, the section, the body, this end finial. I would love to do that today. Looks like it runs about $370 to $80. So that's gonna have to wait more than a hot minute. Now, the reason I say that Lexi owes me $800 is this. So this is the Kisan Sailor Pro Gear King of Pens. Say that 10 times fast. This and this are part of the same collection. There is a Pro Gear that would be between these two, and I think it comes in this color. I had said prior to the pen show, if there was a King of Pens that I liked, that I would get it. And here it is. It is beautiful. I have ink on the nib because I don't know why, but I just do. You can see this is a beautiful, large 21 karat nib. And this is in a medium. Now, Pro Gears, again, if you don't know, I think most of you probably already do, but Pro Gears come with a 21 karat nib, and Pro Gear Slims typically a 14 karat gold nib. I don't know if or any exceptions and which they would be, so don't come for me in the comments down below. So this is the Kisan King of Pens. It is not inked. was not inked. Actually, as I recall, I just dipped that pen. So I'm setting these here because we're going to come back to those. And it comes with a warning. Actually, let's do it now. This was a pricey pen. King of Pens are not inexpensive. I did get a really fair deal on this pen. It was, you know, in the $800 range, which I know puts it out of reach for a lot of people. I should have left it out of reach for myself based on the bills that I had to pay when I got home. It's a beautiful pen. It's a beautiful pen. This Monyo Grass, I think, is going to carry on to its next home. And I have been heavily debating whether or not this Kisan King of Pens goes to a next home. And even though I love it, if I can find the Kisan Pro Gear instead of the King of Pens, that just will fit my collection a little better. Because I really only intended to have one King of Pens. I don't need multiple at that price point pen from Sailor. I'd like to diversify. What happened was I was in such pen fever, and I came home and I was looking for this. This is the Wancher X Sailor Mocha Pro Gear. It is a transparent brown. This is a fine nib. Pro Gear. Fine. And this very happily came bundled with this. This is the, if you don't recognize it, because I know there's a lot of similar colors with Sailor, this is the Sailor Christmas Spice Pro Gear King of Pens. This has a dark orange body, a lighter orange cap. You kind of have this pearlescent caramel colored finial, and this again is a 21 karat medium nib, and we'll just this ink here is Diamine Bah Humbug. I initially got that ink in the 2023 Diamine Inkvent calendar and thought it was absolutely gorgeous, and was very, very happy when they released that in the full Inkvent size bottle. So these two, so this Pro Gear and this Pro Gear King of Pens cost me the same as this single Pro Gear. So I got these two for the same price as this single pen. So this was a fantastic deal. This was still a fair price. Don't get me wrong at all. This was a fair price, and I purchased this from Drum Ghouls. And they did gift me a bottle of ink when I bought the pen. I got Sailor Monyo Kuzu, another beautiful ink, absolutely beautiful. So this pen, while it's beautiful and would hold the memory of the DC Pen Show for me, I have other pens that do that, and frankly, the aesthetic of the Christmas Spice Pro Gear is more up my alley than the Kassan, even though that red cap is so gorgeous. And then lastly, I was able to purchase this Launcher X Sailor Topaz, which is the November birthstone, and I am born in November, Pro Gear. And this is a hard, medium fine nib. Just I love this nib with every fiber of my being. I think this color is fantastic. It just, oh God, it's good. It's good looking. Like these together, if you know, you know, with the autumn vibes, me and the autumn vibes. This is my aesthetic right here. Obviously, I mean, I have more because I can add this in, and black is black, and there's always room for a black pen. So you can see with my aesthetic, just with those muted, these don't fit my aesthetic. This is debatable, but I'm holding out for an orange or yellow or brown section. So between that and having the custom, I'm sorry, I can't even say small. He's about 40 pounds, 45 pounds. Border healer named Beans has come in here and is sitting under my desk, which is new. He doesn't normally do that. So that's really where I am with my sailors. Now, this Topaz, I ended up getting just a really fantastic deal on. It was kind of some shipping hiccups, and so I got a good deal there because my shipping cost was refunded as well. So that's that. Let me know 2 things in the comments below, please. Which sailor nib is your favorite? So material and nib size. And then if you would be interested in a video of items for the fountain pen hobby that were purchased solely on Temu. I had great plans once upon a time to do a whole series of videos for cheap versus steep, and I got off track. There are some good, trustworthy fountain pens, etc., supplies, planner supplies, journaling supplies, paper available on Temu. This is a perfect example. I believe 2 pads of this, and that's about how thick the pad was, so not terribly big. 2 of these were $2.39 or 93 cents. They're meant to practice penmanship and writing. This says English, and then I believe the student name, the classroom, I forget this one, and then this is year, month, date. So here's what I want to show you. We have written with a music nib, a broad nib, a medium, a scythe. We have used Shimmer ink, Wearingle ink, Ferris Wheel Press, Birmingham Pen Co., Diatramentis. So you can see it here, but no ink bled through. There's no bleed through, and there's no feathering even on this scythe nib here. So it's light, it's, you know, reasonably lightweight. I thought that was a good deal. I am not too proud to buy a bargain. So yeah, I don't mind buying from Temu or Amazon to get a good deal, because I know that I also support small businesses. I'm a customer of Pen Chalet, Goulet Pens, Atlas, Goldspot. I'm going to go back to Atlas because, with the exception of a few companies, Sailor being one of them, the code Desert Inkwell will save you 10% at Atlas, and that's a good deal. Saving is good. So I'm okay buying the occasional pen from Amazon because I know I have bought, 4 in a small business. So it's okay. I'm okay with that as a life choice. Well, that's all for today, folks. I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic week. Let me know down below if you'd be interested in that Temu type video. And I will see you hopefully next Sunday. I'm trying to get back to the every week or maybe 3 weeks a month filming schedule. Oh, good gosh. This is going to be longer than I thought. I have just rambled on. I didn't show you the planner. Okay. I ordered from, I gotta zoom out. There we go. Well, not that much. Darn. Okay. I guess we gotta lift this up a little. Like I said, new equipment today, folks. So thanks for your patience. This is a standard traveler's notebook, but it's chunky. So first things first, the packaging. This was packaged so phenomenally well. This planner comes with an extra band that has this really cute, their little logo. I don't know if you can see that. It's embossed in. It's an apple with a little pig snout. Now, when I ordered this, he was so kind. He asked how many inserts I wanted, how thick the inserts were that I used. And so I ordered it with these extra pockets. I'm going to try and zoom out a bit more for this portion. So it has this front fold here, which is a pocket. And then you have pockets there and pockets on the inside. This will hold 5. Is it 5 loops? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So, although I feel like there's another one hanging out down there. Inserts. I have not set up my planner for this coming week. I also have the sticker release book in here. An insert for various lists. I have a zipper pocket from, who made this zipper pocket? Moterm. And then what I call a scribble book here at the front. We also have this back pocket, which again is a pocket here, and then has essentially what can be a pen pouch built in. So, if you were traveling, would it make for a large planner? Yeah, it would. Because I'll tell you, even now, it's big. But if I could carry everything, if I'm just bringing 3 pens, that would work. How it worked ordering it is that the planner cover is one cost, and then these pockets, I believe it's called Super Pockets, was an add-on. And then, let me tuck that back in before I just lose my mind. And then the pen loop was an add-on, and he even asked how thick the pen loop needed to be. When I got it, I was kind of overwhelmed with the thickness of it because of these, two fold-in pockets. But the more I use it, I'm getting used to it. Sometimes I just flip them back. I haven't actually used them yet, those pockets. He also included this. This leather, by the way, the color is called Naughty Fox. And you can choose the leather color, the stitching color, the elastic color, how many elastics you want. So you really can get a phenomenal ordering experience. He sent this leather coaster as well. No, we don't want to go that way. Okay. Sent this beautiful coaster that actually I have been getting quite a bit of use out of. And then he sent this as a gift. I did invite him to maybe be on the channel, and that just wasn't his vibe. But he sent as a gift this A6 cover. You can see there, apple pig leather. Now, a couple things. First, this pen holder didn't come with it. That was from a different creator. This cover here is fantastic. It's like the spine is reinforced. Did you hear that? So it's like a reinforced spine. This would hold 2 inserts. I put a Cafe A6 Tomoe River paper notebook in there that was like, I don't know, $20. And this is just fantastic. It's so nicely built that I think once I'm off my no buy, I may order another planner cover from him that mimics this design, these colors, etc., but in the standard traveler size, probably that would hold 3 inserts, and then I don't know though. This is just, I love it so much. I love them both, actually. The leather on this, oh, gosh, it's really nice. And it is wearing, it's kind of flattening out the more I use it. I could also, it might be a travesty to do it, but I could also probably cut this front pocket off. I wouldn't want to unstitch that because goodness knows I would be pooched then. So I would probably just cut it right here along this seam and then, do whatever with that. But it's okay. I don't actually travel very often, so I don't think it matters too much. This is a Lamy 2000, if anyone's wondering. It is the pen I am most likely to be using in my planner, but I note my currently inked each week in my planner. That one's just what's kind of always there now. It's either that or a Montegrappa Venetia in a fine nib. Now, that was all for today, and I have talked forever. I'm so sorry. Have a great weekend. I'm not sorry. I had a great time hanging out with you. I will see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. It helps me out a lot. And leave a comment down below of which sailor nib and whether you'd be interested in that sort of Temu/Amazon themed video. Very, how to kit yourself out on a budget. Have a great weekend. See you next Sunday. Bye.